What is up, YouTube? Illusions here, and today what you are watching is a different kind of video. I've done one of these before, but I'm going to give you a class setup video of my Hardpoint and CTF classes, because these have changed since I last did one, because my role has changed a little bit. I'm not an anchor anymore, I'm a slayer now, so that changes the game for me, and it changes my classes, and also I've changed some of my classes, just because the game has changed for me and I have a different view or outlook on things. So first off, we're going to start off with Hardpoint. We're going to do Hardpoint and CTF. We will do a search and destroy video maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to make tomorrow a live comm or tomorrow the search and destroy video. But the search and destroy video is much more detailed as to why my classes are set up that way. So first off, what you are seeing here are my Hardpoint class set. And the first class you're seeing is probably my bread and butter. As far as the assault rifle classes go for Hardpoint. So we have an M8 because the M8 is the dominant gun on LAN as far as the assault rifles go. We have an M8 with red dot, quick draw, stock, flak jacket, toughness, dexterity, a B23, and one trophy system. Now the reason I'm running flak jacket is because I don't like getting naded. It's just something that's a pet peeve of mine. I used to run lightweight on nearly everything because I like to move around a little bit faster, but more people are using nades than they were against me, at least. I started to get naded more than I used to, so I switched to flak jacket so I don't get naded anymore. I have the trophy system because if I'm running the AR, I'm usually not in the hardpoint. This is mainly a cutoff class, so I throw the trophy system down so I can help teammates in hardpoint, and I have a secondary to use that last pick 10 slot because I don't need a nade. I have a secondary because I have a burst weapon, so close range gunfights. The pistol, the B23, is going to be better for close range gunfights than the M8. Next class is a class that I only have to use against some teams. It is the same class, same weapon, and essentially the same perk loadout as the last class, except we've taken off a secondary and we've taken off a tactical equipment and thrown on perk 2 greed to throw on toughness and hardwired. This is only if they're spamming EMPs. This class is pretty safe. I don't run tac mask on any of my assault rifle classes for hardpoint because I never get stunned and I'm not an anchor anymore, so I don't need to do that. So this class is only to prevent me from being EMP'd. If I'm getting hammered with EMPs and I'm using an M8, the red dot on the M8 is pretty big. This is obviously a burst fire weapon, so you need that accuracy, and not having red dot is a really big pet peeve of mine. Just being EMP'd in general is a big pet peeve. So I will slap this class on if they're spamming EMPs into the hardpoint, and hardwire prevents me from getting EMP'd. I don't know where I was going with that. Next class is a lightweight class. This is more of an aggressive class for me. This is again another M8 with quick draw, red dot, stock. I don't use it. Let me explain this first. I don't use FMJ anymore because I am not an anchor, so I'm not always sitting in head glitches and I'm not always pre-aiming everything. I'm moving around a little bit more, obviously a little bit more than I was as an anchor if I'm running an assault rifle, and so quick draw is really valuable to me. Even as an anchor on LAN, I used quick draw on LAN because for the love of me, I could not. I didn't like not having the ability to react faster than other people. It was just a really big pet peeve of mine. I keep saying pet peeve, but it really bothered me. So I put quick draw back onto my online classes because my online I would run FMJ, but on LAN I would run quick draw. So I decided that you might as well practice what you're going to run on LAN. So anyways, this is a more aggressive class amongst my assault rifle hardpoint classes because it has an EMP. And because it has lightweight so I can move, an EMP so I can help break hills and help annoy. I can annoy the other team because if you're spamming EMPs, if your whole team's spamming EMPs, obviously they're not gonna have a radar, they're not gonna have red dots and all that stuff, and the screen's gonna be fuzzy, and it's really annoying. So this is just kind of annoy the other team, kind of pester them, while not being really aggressive in hills. My next two classes are subclasses because I'm a slayer. And most hardpoint maps, I will be running a sub, and I only run 2 of them. I only have 2 classes because the assault rifles are the ones that change more so. Assault rifle classes differ more so than the submachine gun classes. So I have an MSMC with long barrel, quick draw, which is the essential attachments. Not essential, but these are the typical attachments on your MSMC. Lightweight, flak jacket, toughness, dexterity, and 2 EMPs. 2 EMPs, so again, I can pester the other team. Flak jacket, so I don't get naded out of hills, because with this class, I will be pushing into hills a lot. And lightweight, because I want to be able to move faster because I have a sub. I want to have that mobility, while also being able to tank nades with flak jacket. I don't have tac mask on this class because I don't get stunned very often. I have not played against many. Oh crap! I've not played against many teams lately that have been using stuns. So dexterity for now. Again, I don't know if I've said this, but all of these classes can change depending on what the other team is using in pregame lobbies. They'll change depending on our strategies, my team's strategies, and all that stuff. It'll change. So this stuff is not always set in stone. Next class. Next class is something you may or may not have seen very often. I'm sure you'll have seen it, but not as much as you used to. I have 2 different attachments on my MSMC. I have laser and quick draw. And some people may be thinking it's stupid to have quick draw with laser. And I really disagree with that. I have, so I'll explain that in a second. I have lightweight, toughness, dexterity, with perk 3 greed, extreme conditioning, a normal grenade, and a smoke grenade. Now this is for breaking hills more so than anything. This is more of an opening break and breaking hills kind of thing. The smoke, because it helps my teammates, helps the objective players break into hills. It helps distract the other team also. The grenade, so I can nade hills, obviously. Extreme conditioning, and lightweight, so I can rush. And the reason I have laser sight on instead of long barrel is because I have lightweight and extreme conditioning. Because I'm going to be moving around a lot more. I'm going to be sprinting a lot more than I normally would. Laser sight is really helpful because a lot of sub players, when they after sprinting with dexterity, they hip fire before they aim down sight. It's different with assault rifle players. You aim down sight before you shoot. Well, if you're sprinting with a submachine gun, you oftentimes shoot before you aim down sight, and that's the reason I have laser sight on this, because I'm much more aggressive with this class because I have extreme conditioning and lightweight. That the really accurate and easy hip fire is better for me. It gives me an advantage over the person I'm in a gunfight with if it's close range. Also, the laser sight helps you to line up a little bit better. If your laser is on the person that you're aiming at or the person you're looking at, you automatically know that you can left trigger in and aim down sight and start hitting your opponent. It's just something that I like. I don't know. But again, the laser sight is mainly because I'm sprinting a lot more and that I will be hip firing a lot more. On to my CTF classes. Now, I am a Slayer, so in CTF I nearly always run assault rifle. So the first class is this is kind of a bread and butter class. This is kind of the class that I use. I use it a lot, but I wouldn't say I use it the most. I use 2 of these CTF classes kind of equally. This class is red dot stock quick draw M8 with lightweight and dexterity. I am not using flak jacket because I'm not posted up as much. I'm moving around a little bit more than I am in Hardpoint in comparison to my Hardpoint classes. People don't nade as much in CTF as they do in Hardpoint, so flak jacket is not essential. Now, I don't have a secondary and I don't have a lethal. Instead, I have 2 EMP grenades, and the reason that is to simply EMP check things. I can also use this to take down sentry guns, depending on the rule set that I'm playing, but mainly this is to check. I respawn, my teammates are pushed up on their base, or 2 of my teammates are down, I'm just respawning. I throw an EMP on our flag, and I immediately know if I get a hit marker that someone is on our flag. It's mainly to deceive. It's mainly a way for me to know where the other team is, and to know that they are sitting in the back of their spawn, or they're sitting in the back of our spawn. It's mainly just to check and see where they are. My next class is, again, a lot of these classes are going to be universal. Same gun, same attachments, except this time I have a secondary, same perks, but this time I have a secondary and I have a concussion grenade. This is my other class that I use a lot. I use this as about as much as I use the first class. This class is if they are not running tactical mask. If their objective players are not running tactical mask, I can stun them and stop flag routes, and I can just stun them in general and get easy kills. That's the only reason I have this class. And I have the secondary because I don't want to run 2 stuns. I don't want to run a nade, but I do want a secondary. This is kind of a more defensive class than the other class, but it's not entirely defensive. Next class is the exact same gun, exact same attachments, except with no secondary, no lethal, and no tacticals. Instead, I have perk 3 greed on with extreme conditioning. This is if I want to get more aggressive as an assault rifle player. I want to keep running the assault rifle role, but I want to start putting more pressure on their flag and have the mobility of being able to pull, the ability to be able to pull their flag, and the mobility to be able to move across the map a lot faster without having to stop sprinting. So this is mainly to be more aggressive on their flag while still maintaining the Slayer role of having an assault rifle. The next class is a defensive class. This class rarely gets used. I wouldn't say rarely gets used, but this class does not get used as much as the other 3. This class is if we get a sentry gun, I have a trophy system on it, and I have a secondary. This is if I'm posting up and I'm defending our flag, or if they're being really aggressive, I'll put this on so I can help kind of fight back their aggression. It has flak jacket on it so I don't get naded. It has a trophy on it, so if we do have a sentry, I can throw that down. And it has a B23 because since I'm playing really defensive, if I say shoot all of my M8 ammo and I have to reload, I obviously can just switch to my B23 and still get the kill, because this class is really focused on getting the kills. My 5th and final class is again kind of, it's a subclass, but it's mainly a desperation class. I have the quick draw and the laser sight because again I have extreme conditioning with lightweight, so I'm sprinting more so than other players. So I want that hip fire accuracy. I have a smoke grenade, so I can throw it on their flag and pull their flag, and I also have a lethal grenade because I don't need a secondary with a submachine gun. I have the grenade so I can pre-nade things and stuff like that. But this class only gets used if we are down by 1 flag and there's like 40 seconds left, or if they cap the flag in 40 seconds on CTF overtime, and we have 40 seconds to capture the flag. This is just kind of a last desperation attempt to say, this is like, we can't have assault rifles posted up. We have got to get the flag out. So we can't solely depend on our objective players to stay alive, because if they die, we still have got to get that flag out. So that is the reason this class goes on. Doesn't have to go on much. I don't think I've ever really used it. It just kind of sits here in the 5th slot, just as a backup, or as if I do need to pull it out and try to get a capture. That's what this is for. But so that is it. That is it. All I have for you guys on my class sets. They're pretty similar all around. My hardpoint classes have been the ones that have mainly changed, but my CTF classes have not changed so much. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope it was informative, and I hope it helped you influence. Hope it helped influence your decisions as far as your classes go, and kind of bring you into my mindset as a player. And bring some explanation as to why I use things. And if you did not know what I use, well, now you know. There will be a search and destroy class set video soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. I don't know what I'm going to post tomorrow, but there may be one soon, so look out for that. If you do want that, comment below, tweet me at illusions_AD, and I will maybe speed the process up of putting that out. If it's something that you guys really want to see, then I will put that out sooner. It's going to be a more lengthy video. This is a pretty lengthy video, actually, but it's going to be more lengthy than, it's going to be like 10 minutes long just to break down one class set, because obviously it's a little bit more complex and there's more reasoning as behind why my classes are the way they are for Search and Destroy, because it's more based on strategy. But again, that is all I have for you guys. I hope the video was enjoyable and informative. If you did like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, comment, do all of that stuff. Follow me on Twitter at illusions_AD. And again, I hope you have a wonderful day.